Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It has been a while, but welcome back to the Immortal War. When last we left off, it's been a while. I will do what I remember from our last session, which was like 6 years ago. We had a group involving Izumi, Nagashita, and Masahira. Sorry, I had to remember everybody's names, and Japanese names are hard. They went and they talked to the commissioner of the commission that deals with the military as well as the police. Told them all the stuff that was happening. He was like, cool, I'll look into it. Get out. And then they went home. Well, no, then they went back to the academy and they started threatening more students until they eventually found out that the person they were looking for, Nami? Or Inori was not Inori anymore and had never left the Imperial City and was actually waiting to leave the country on a boat. And then everyone went back home with their new friend in tow, the shogunate magistrate. And then some people started trying to throw shade. And it was starting to get really awkward because they were getting really close to finding out someone's secret. And then a bomb was thrown in the inn.
Oh yeah.
Another bomb?
The one bomb.
Okay.
The bomb that Fukuro threw in order to kind of stop what was going on. And following that, Fukuro actually went after Nagashita and said, yo, you fucked up. You're going to unfuck this situation or you're going to be the one that's fucked up. To which Nagashita decided the only way to get rid of a thief in this case would be to frame someone else who is already a thief. So they're going to frame a not-so-innocent person, so not really framing? Meanwhile, Izumi and another NPC named Shion were going to go and talk to everybody's favorite himbo samurai to kind of talk about what was going on, and that was where we left off. And actually, I think that is who we will start with, is good ol' Hiroki. And Hiroki,
Alright.
what were you going to be doing this day?
So I think Hiroki is probably he's kind of been seeing he was about to leave town. Well, not leave town, but he was about to do some lying low. He's probably going to go and find his newfound friend, because he loves that little guy. Seems like a good little fella. And he is going to probably go to a bar to lie low while he breaks some pretty hard truths about who he is to this guy. Be like, hey, listen, kid, I'm sorry, but I gotta go, and I feel like I'm responsible at least to tell you that.
Yeah, you wanted to go and talk to Ima.
Ima, yes, the homie.
Wait,
Must
Ima.
protect.
You wanted to go and talk to Ima, who was... This is just after... Because this is hours before. We're flashing back, kind of.
Yeah.
This is just after you kind of snapped at Shion.
Yeah, and that's
pushed him away real hard.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, I think that Hiroki's kind of at the end of his rope. He is not a liar. He's a trickster, but he's a merry trickster, and he's having to lie about everything. So he's trying to book, you know what I mean? He's trying to get the fuck out of here, but he's got a loose end already. He's got to tie up. Damn it!
Yeah.
Why do I have to make friends everywhere?
Yeah, so you would probably want to go back to the shrine center in the Imperial in the palace region of town in order to speak to Ima again.
Yeah.
And it's just as before, where you go and you find them at the Shrine of the Lost, or the Shrine of the Forgotten, not the
Yeah,
Lost.
and it's a lot more. It's a lot more like, um, uh, I forget how Hiroki actually talks. He's like, hello, I need to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment? It's it is it's urgent.
And Ima had been sweeping aside leaves and things like that, and cleaning up old offerings that had been left.
Hmm.
You know how it be. People leave food at the shrines, and
Hmm.
nothing ever really comes to take the food. So
Yeah, so someone's got to get rid of it. Yeah.
yeah, especially after a couple days when it starts getting a bit rancid.
See, that's why if there's fresh food at shrines, Hiroki always eats it. I'm just fucking kidding. Yeah, that's getting fucked up by some Onis, some Kappas, some other various Japanese demons and godlike figures.
Yeah, that's like saying, yeah, I take money out of the confessional.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they just passed it around in a giant bowl, so I mean, I'm gonna take it.
They say they want to help the community. Well, I'm part of the community. So continue, sorry.
Yeah, Ema had been sweeping and moving things and stops and kind of looks. She's like, uh, sure, is everything all right, Hiroki? Hiroki-san?
He's like, no, no. And that is honestly why I need to talk to you. I am not going to try and pad words. I've done that too much. If you'll just follow me, we need to go somewhere where no one will hear.
I know a place.
And Hiroki kind of looks and goes, okay.
And Ema sets aside his broom and takes you to a different part of town, all the way down into the dock district,
Okay.
to a sake den.
Okay.
It's pretty sparse. In fact, I will just put us on the map. I'll put everyone's character token there so that you guys can see what's going on. But for right now, it is obviously only Hiroki-chan that is
Fine, no
there.
problem.
That's not Hiroki.
No, that's me.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on,
don't. There we go.
Let me make sure everyone's got vision and things. Wait, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here, Enya.
I mean, Enya is always a good band to have playing.
Why is my vision based on that other token?
Hold on. Stop moving.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I have to go in
I
and I have
mean-
to make sure you guys have vision on a
Okay,
token by token basis.
And gotta love how definitely not obnoxious that is. Oh wow,
There.
putting the hexagons over the squares here is kind of fucking me up.
All
All right.
No, I don't want anyone tokens vision. I don't want vision. Ah! Oh, the joys of being a DM.
It's just one of your players fucking just zooming around the map because they can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's me.
So anyway, yeah, it takes you down this road, and there's actually some nice shrubbery that kind of cordons this thing off from the main road.
Mm-hmm.
You step on through the Shuji doors, and it is
Right.
a cluttered yet sparsely decorated place with very few people there right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can smell that there's food cooking off in another room, a raised tatami platform, as you are after stepping through and taking off your shoes, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would have taken off my shoes.
You're actually in a part of this place that is floored and paneled in a more what we would call Western style,
Mm-hmm.
with actual wooden floors and
Mm.
tiles, but still has a large cooking pit in the center with some tea steeping, a lot of mismatched older cushions. There's some instruments, there's some pillars, and some more rice paper curtains that kind of separate this place into 3 different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But in the main bar area over by the kitchen, there are a few
Okay.
people who are talking amongst themselves. Ema leads you in, and took you about maybe an hour or so to walk here through the
I would like to
crowds.
mention, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I do take off my shoes, but I put them in my outfit, like in a sash area in my outfit.
All
Like,
right.
yeah, because Hiroki is on high key flight mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people, they seem to mostly be dock workers, merchants, people of the peasant class.
Right. And where is the bar area so I can appropriately move myself?
It would be over in this left section of tatami.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Hiroki doesn't have any money. So he's just going to sit down and hope that no one comes up and goes, "Hey, why aren't you ordering something?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest of you are free to move around if you want to look at the map. I didn't want to leave you staring at a black screen for this entire scene. Hero, where'd you go?
I'm still here.
On the map? Oh, you're under Izumi. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was over
What are
Izumi
you
for me.
doing? I don't want you under me.
Ah,
Oh
Good.
no, friend fiction.
stop it.
Uh,
I do not consent to this.
and some of these peasants are, they're a little into their cups, as it were.
Mhm.
Some of them kind of have the reddish, ruddy cheek look to them.
Yeah.
And you hear a couple of them as you get there, and one of them's like, "You know what I don't understand? Why is everyone so upset about the Grass Clan anyway? To hell with them. To hell with all the samurai. What do
And
they do?"
immediately Hiroki, like, he walks in and then he turns and, like, walks around the edge of this tatami. And he's like, looks at fucking Ima and goes, he, like, holds up a finger.
Yeah, and Ema looks just as like, ugh, bad timing. They're
Yeah.
like, "Samurai have been in charge for hundreds of years, thousands of years, and what has it done? War. Incessant war. The shogun takes over. People like us, well, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't had this much food. I haven't had this much money in a long time. So I say, if all it's going to take is getting rid of a clan of samurai who are so up their own asses about their honor and what they
And
thought was right."
there is a slight tightening of Hiroki's jaw.
I say it's worth it. I don't have to worry about food anymore. My children don't have to worry about food anymore. Look how many people are here. Look how many people are enjoying themselves. I think that's worth it. And there's kind of a like, everyone else is like, oh boy, Jichiro's into politics again. Oh no.
Yeah.
But
And
there is like
Go
a
ahead.
dull murmur of agreement between most of the other workers there.
oh yeah, and I think that Hiroki is very clearly going to leave his piece. Um I would like to mention, just for the DM's benefit, Hiroki does still have the sword wrapped in, fucking canvas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to casually, very quietly walk in, and he's going to sit down.
And there's an older man who's working the oven, sweating up a storm. It's summer still.
Yeah,
And in being in front of a hot oven with smoke that is going through holes built into the wall outside,
yeah.
looks over and is like, "I'll be with you in a moment, sir."
Oh, and Hiroki holds up his hand, just very just like it's fine sort of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then sees Emo's like, "Little Ema. Oh, whatever you and your friend want, it's fine by me."
Hiroki looks at Ima like, real shit?
Ema kind of shrugs and looks away and is like, "I got involved in some things before I worked at the shrine."
Yeah. And Hiroki is going to kind of just nod as if he understands, even though he's completely clueless, because if Ima wants to tell him, Ima will tell him.
Right. Yeah,
But
Ema
yeah,
definitely frowns and is like, I'm sorry about all of that.
um, and Hiroki is like, about all of what?
Just kind of nods towards the person who's still going on and on about political things.
Oh, and he goes, if politics were something that could hurt me, then I don't know if I'd be around here for very long. You know, he kind of has like this kind of grin on his face. It almost seems to forget like his troubles for half a second while he makes a joke.
Speaking of, you were going to tell me something. What's wrong?
Ah, Ima, I'm going to be leaving the town. I know that we only met recently, but I figured it is the right thing to do to let you know before I leave.
Why are you leaving? The summer festival's not over yet.
I also got into some trouble before we met. Things that would most likely be safer if we didn't discuss in detail. And he kind of like anxiously looks at the guy more out of reflex than out of like an intentional thing, but it's very noticeable. Like he looks at the guy who's spouting out about politics and fuck samurai.
Yeah, and he's like drinking another saucer's worth of sake like it was water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
Ema
and
just looks
yeah,
sad, like doesn't say anything, just kind of hunches his shoulders and looks down.
yeah, and probably Hiroki is like, I was hoping that it wouldn't have to come to this, that the city would be big enough to avoid the problems that plague me, but it seems that maybe there isn't a place. And he kind of like looks off for a second, you know, and just kind of sits there, sitting in the moment. He probably actually, like, without even thinking, he pulls out his elephant bone pipe and actually starts smoking out of it, as long as smoking would be allowed in this
Oh,
place.
definitely. This is a
Yeah, yeah.
sake den. They don't care.
Okay, just double checking. But yeah, he would start smoking his fucking like fancy ass pipe.
And maybe Ema sees you smoking from this really nice pipe and kind of follows your gaze to the person who's still kind of blathering on.
And probably Hiroki just immediately like, oh, sort of thing, and like packs it out in his hand, and then like, ah, fuck, fuck, like kind
Yeah.
of like with the amber in his hand as he's like failing to stick this thing into his clothing, into the pocket it was in.
But Ema leans real close and is like, you're samurai, aren't you?
And Hiroki is going to pause for a moment after kind of, licking his thumb and pushing it into the palm, where like the ember was. Kind of shakes his hand and then he just looks and nods.
Me too, at one point.
Oh, Hiroki like looks and his eyes go wide and he goes, "Oh," and kind of looks around a little anxiously still.
I went to the Imperial War Academy, but it was not meant for me, and I knew my mother would not. I didn't want to go home and have to be someone that I wasn't and be married off to someone that I wouldn't love in order to secure a better standing for my family.
And that probably strikes Hiroki as a little bit strange, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he probably looks a little confused, but he nods along. He'll let the guy speak.
He takes a deep breath and is like, my name was Saru Inori, but that's not who I am. It's not who I ever was.
Kind of nods and like it's starting to slowly click in his head. You know what I mean?
Masahiro just kicks in the door like, what?
Nani? Um, but
Nephew, don't go bowling with me.
yeah,
Last
right.
fucking time, Roman. I'm not going fucking bowling.
Yeah, but yeah, he's like it's slowly starting to click. Maybe he's not quite there, but Hiroki is all about being like homies is homies. Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? He's more surprised about the oh shit, you're a samurai thing.
Hiroki strikes me as the kind of person who would kiss the homies goodnight.
He would. Hiroki's a sweetheart. He didn't ask for war to come to his doorstep, but it did anyway. But
Yeah, Ima just
yeah,
kind of gives you this look like you're not getting in, just kind of like huffs and is like, I'm not gonna spell it out.
no, and Hiroki, it's not as if Hiroki is intentionally doing this. He just kind of like, well, um, and he's like, well, Ima, it's good to know you, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's it. He's just like a supportive, just like, well, it's good to know you,
And
like using your name.
and Ima gets quiet again and is like, but I was originally going to leave Amiko. I was going to go, I don't know, anywhere else. Anywhere else in the world, but I decided to stay here.
And he looks, and actually Hiroki for the first time in this, like, since this altercation that he had with like his current best friend, um he's like, wait, Ima, I might actually have a way to do that though.
Well, I don't want to do that. Whether I
Oh.
like it or not, Ameko is home. I would
Hmm.
be just as much of an outsider if I went anywhere else in the world as I would be
Hmm.
here.
Oh yeah, and at that point Hiroki kind of gets it, and he actually says, he probably pauses and says, I understand how you feel. I feel very similar.
Well, I don't know what's troubling you, but I know people who can help.
And he kind of looks with just a really sad smile. And I think at this point he's going to move the sash towards Ima and just barely pull it aside so he can see the Grass Clan insignia on the blade of grass. And then he's going to cover it back up and pull it back towards himself. And he's going to say, there's no one that's able to help me.
Oh, Ima looks at this like very shocked and
Yeah.
clearly understands the weight behind the symbol.
Mm-hmm. Hello, who are these gentlemen?
Well, that's just the thing. These four people come in. They're rough customers.
Mm-mm.
You can plainly tell they are some kind of yakuza.
Yeah,
None of them are wearing anything that covers their arms, and their arms are sleeved with tattoos.
right.
And they actually start gathering around your table.
I kind of look around at them and, gentlemen, it is interesting to see more company. Um it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Bashi, like reaching at, or like kind of giving them a bow.
And they just kind of give you a once over. And then the one who seems to be in charge of them just kind of laughs and is like, little Ima. Seems you're trying to have more friends to hide behind. And Ima just is like deathly pale.
And Hiroki probably says, "Oh, gentlemen, I'm sorry. My friend and I, we were having a conversation. I do not wish to disrespect you in any way. However, we are discussing matters that are very grim and important, and I wish that maybe
Oh,
we."
so are we. So are we, friend. In fact, and like looks and everyone else just fucking leaves. Everyone else looks terrified. The owner, all the other
Mm,
patrons, they leave.
ooh, Hiroki is going to give them a gentle smile as he continues to sit in his seat.
Here's the thing, Ima. You might have been able to get away for a while working with them, but well, it seems their little devil is out of town. This is Akuma Town now.
Kind of He kind of looks at Ima, and then he looks back at these guys. And Hiroki has just the most calm, perfectly jovial nature. He looks like he's about to offer them just like a bite of whatever food is in front of them or a cheers. You know what I mean? Like he
Mm-hmm.
just looks so pleased to be there.
And all of them, you notice, have Tontos.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this easy way. Give us the money, and we leave.
May I
No.
ask how much money, good sir, if I may be so impudent as to interrupt?
Just kind of glances over you with this kind of like disgusted look that you keep interrupting them.
Yeah.
5 koku. Enough to secure passage on a ship to Revshnaya.
And probably at this point, secure passage. Well, and he's like counting on his fingers, and he's like, well, I spent my 6 koku on the way into the city, but I'm sure that I could get you something on a ship.
No,
I know
no,
a
no,
few
no.
people.
We need the money. We paid a lot to get that ship to come here. And then our little mutual friend Ema decided not to be on the boat. And decided not to pay.
Kind of says, oh, well, isn't it the right of every passenger to not have to go somewhere? And kind of with this big grin, and he goes, what if the wind told you that you wanted to go to the other side of the island? You would simply say no. As a matter of fact, at one point the wind told me, and he's just going to start telling a story.
Yeah, and they start gathering around you, and they're like, this ain't your business.
Kind of says,
Leave."
oh, and at this point, Hiroki's going to very casually look up and say, oh, I think it is my business. This is my friend, and my friend's business is my business. And to be honest, you seem like lovely gentlemen, and I'd love to help you with this business.
It's simple business. Do you got the money? Because if not, we're going to start taking body parts.
Gentlemen, body parts would not be needed.
Yeah? What if we
And
don't want what's needed? What if we want what's just good for the family?
says, ah, I believe your sister must be the one who enjoys finger food, and then chuckles.
Oh, they all fucking...
Woo!
I'm gonna cut your fucking head off is what I'm going to do, old man.
And Hiroki just kind of grins. Not even being old, he is only like
Yeah,
20 something.
they mean it like as in an insulting sort of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like Hiroki just has a look on his face that has this half smile, but behind his eyes there is very much a like, you do not want to do this. And Hiroki says, gentlemen, if we could simply relinquish our weapons and sit down for a nice cup of warm sake, I'm sure we could sort this whole thing out.
The leader tries to go and like grab for Ema to get like him in.
I would like to stab him to death.
Go for it. Make a roll. I'll let you have the first strike.
All right. So let's see here.
Declare what stance you're in.
Yes, I believe I'm going to be in water stance. I want to make a smooth flowing motion with my big goddamn katana, my Nodachi.
Big.
And just slice this motherfucker in half with the ancestral blade of my people. So
make a... So that would be water melee...
Yes.
Melee weapon, not unarmed.
Yeah. What's my TN?
2. We're just gonna go with the standard. None of them are wearing armor. They're all like in perfect position for you to swing.
Actually, would I be able to do air instead and like jump as I strike instead?
You will be able to move regardless because
Okay.
it'll be you're basically getting a first turn.
Right. So would it be all right if I did air instead then? I'm just trying to theme it properly.
That is up to you. Whatever you wish to do for your stance, you just cannot. I think you can't change your stance once you start unless you spend a turn to change stances.
I'm gonna do air then. This seems like it's gonna be a very fun air combat. So yeah, let's roll that, see what I got. Wow, I did terrible.
2 exploding successes and a strife.
Let's see, 2 exploding successes and a strife, so I can keep up to 3. I can also re-roll, can I?
You'll be able to re-roll the exploding successes when you keep them.
Okay. Gotcha.
It'll automatically re-roll them.
Gotcha.
And an opportunity.
Ooh, is
And
that roughly success?
You hit the target number, that means you succeed, and that means you will do the damage of your weapon.
Okay. I took the strife.
And
My
then
damage is...
There is your what you can spend it on.
let's see here.
Spend your opportunity, I mean.
What is what I can spend my opportunity on? Sorry.
So, 1, you could learn a character's demeanor in current strife.
Okay.
You can be very subtle.
Mhm.
You can add a capped ring die, so one of the black ones,
Mhm.
set to a opportunity result for your next, so you can keep it for your next martial check.
Okay.
Or during your movement action check, one range band beyond any distance you move per your thing can be vertical.
Okay.
So you could move a range band so vertically,
So
and that's all you could do.
Would I also still get the attack off?
Yes, you're still going to get the success. Opportunities are in addition.
Excellent. I'm going to go vertical, and essentially, so my damage on my weapon is 6, I believe.
Which is more than enough to kill somebody.
Yeah, and basically what he's going to do is he's going to do essentially draw the sword and in one fluid motion do a backflip going up the middle of this guy with his Nodachi and then like landing with the fucking like blade outwards, like just on like one knee and one foot. And then he'll look back and go, "Gentlemen, please, if we could drop our weapons."
Oh yeah, this guy like you come, he's like "Glah!" and just like falls backwards dead. Fucking blood fountain everywhere, classic samurai movie style.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 3 stagger back like, oh, samurai! Get him!
All right.
And Ima's just going to fucking sprint for the other side of the building.
Good idea. Hiroki is not in any place right now to tell Ima directions. He's going sicko mode, as one might say.
He's going sicko mode. Alright, well, the one closest... Well, now we need to do... Sorry, I'm just trying to remember how we do initiative, because it's been so long.
Yes.
It would be, I believe, focus. I think. Well, hold on. First off, I need to actually make a new encounter.
Yes. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, because I'm in air stance, they all have +1 TN to attack me.
I think it's vigilance, by the way.
Vigilance? That makes sense. I know one of them is if you were expecting it, one of them is if you were not expecting it. Okay, now where's the button for it? Where is the initiative button on this character sheet?
Good question.
Sorry,
Good
folks.
question.
Conflict. Yeah, initiative. This is a skirmish. And they will be in Earth stance because they're really scared of you.
Yeah.
Did that roll it?
Oh, okay. So you make an initiative roll, rolling reflexes. And wait, what? An insight? That's not right.
Come on, roll. Why is it not rolling? I have the combat.
This
Or
must be.
do I have to do this? Sorry, folks. These character sheets are being fucky now.
You know, it happens.
This must be like an old thing I'm looking at.
I just want target number 1. You know, you can at least do it. You'll use your ring, and it's just a target number 1.
So, am I going to do skirmish?
Yes, this is a skirmish.
TN1, air ring, let's roll. Ba, ba, ba. Did it roll?
Why is
It
it
did
not
not.
rolling shit?
That is strange. Is there a way to just hard roll it instead
I
of
don't
using a
see
macro?
it. Tracked resource.
Oh, there we go. Now it rolled it. It didn't roll my first time though.
I don't get what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I have a exploding success with a strife, and then a strife and an opportunity.
You don't have to keep that opportunity in strife if you don't want.
That's not going to help me in an initiative roll, is it?
No, not really.
Okay, that's what
Now,
I figured.
will it let me roll theirs?
Apply the strife. Now I have a void point. What does that do for me?
Those let you re-roll.
Okay, sick.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna say they're gonna go after you because this is really fucking annoying and I want to just get past it.
Vibes.
How do I
So
mark
which
you
is
as dead?
Yeah, I was about to say, you'll have to right click them. And then you might have to make the token unique if it's one of the 3 goons, if you've copied the character sheet. There we go. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you'll get
Alright.
another turn before they do.
Ooh. All right. So yeah, they clearly have not put their weapons down, so Hiroki is just going to say, or he's probably going to breathe deeply out and just say, okay. And he is going to do another one of them attacks. He's gonna like, so can I move and attack
Yes.
roughly? Okay,
Remember,
so he's gonna like,
you get to move 2 range bands, or as we've been doing it, 6 spaces.
okay, so he's actually going to cut around this guy and like kind of hop up on the wall and attempt to cut this guy with another one of them air attacks.
Target number 2.
All right.
You look at their
Conflict,
stack.
Blade of Grass, target 2, air. And if I spend a void point on this, that'll let me reroll.
Yes, but you can do that after.
I could do that after. Oh, I can add one to my ring if I spend a void point. Interesting. All right. Well, I'll just see if I need a reroll. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So
Every success past what you already have does an additional point of damage.
I don't think I really need to get more damage. I feel like a 6 is going to be enough.
I will say that their fatigue is 5.
So yeah, a 6 is enough.
But it'd be more
right?
impressive. Yes, if
It would be.
it's kind of this is kind of like Lancer rules, where normally what happens is you guys would get knocked out, but
Yeah.
weirdly enough, not even unconscious. If you go past your fatigue, it's just more you're like, oh man, I'm really tired. Phew.
Right.
This system's combat's fucky.
All right, I'll take that strife.
But in
And
Lancer style, when they get over, instead of just going to the next armor point, they just immediately die.
Yes. So with this one, I have 2 successes, 2 opportunities, and 1 strife. I'm going to spend one of those opportunities on going vertical again. So I'm running across the wall.
You could spend both of them on it if you want it, and spend your entire turn vertical.
Ooh, that seems like a good idea. I'm actually going to do that. And like, we're going to, oh, go ahead.
You could also observe a detail about a character or add a small detail.
I'd like to add a detail. Can I do it against the person who I'm not currently targeting?
Yes. It says just any NPC at my discretion.
Yeah, I would like to add a detail that one of these guys looks like their dagger, their Tonto is like super fucking dull and useless.
All right.
It's like it was bring your worst blade to work day for this guy. But yeah, and I am assuming I just tear this man asunder as I like wall run with this, and I do want to impress this 6-foot long 2-handed sword, wall running, slicing into this guy.
Yeah, how do you kill him? What does it look like as you kill him?
I think he like loses his leg as this thing, like, because this is the closest thing the Japanese have to like a horse chopper. This thing just shatters his fucking hip and then just like goes up through his chest.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
cut through. He's like, "Gwah!"
Yeah.
It fucking falls onto the table, flips it over.
Oh, hell yeah. This is sick.
Where's my dead?
There you go.
Plus dead.
So I think actually to complete the movement, he'll end up there. Would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we get to their turns, Izumi, are you there?
I'm muted. Yes, I'm muted, but I'm here. Sorry. I'm like talking to you, and I'm like, wait. Yes.
When last we left you and Shion had decided that you needed to go and find Hiroki, correct?
I believe so, yeah. It's been a minute. I think so. Yeah.
Shion led you to the Imperial Palace District, went to the shrine, started talking in hushed words to some people, and then came sprinting back to you and was like, "They're not here, but I think someone saw them go this way." And, like, Shion just grabs you by the hand and starts running.
We'll run with her. Him, them. Shion doesn't them.
Him, remember, it was, oh god,
Him.
oh god, he's
That's
hot.
right. Oh god, he's hot. That's right. Yes, him.
Yeah.
You got me. Honestly, everybody's hot. I can't help myself.
And you are going to arrive on this map this turn.
Okay. Okay.
You will not get your turn this time till after these guys go, but you will be
That's fair.
here, and Shion will be here next to you.
Okay.
And you can hear there's a fucking scrap going on in there. In fact, I think... Can you guys see in the window from this angle? You can.
Yes.
So, yeah, you probably arrived just in time to see some guy get his leg fucking chopped off and then fall onto a table and flip a bunch of shit, and there's already a dead body in there.
Holy shit. Holy shit. It's the worst samurai. That's that shit out loud.
Oh, and by the way, this Hiroki that you've seen around is not the Hiroki you see right now. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
kidding with the idea that Hiroki is going sicko mode. There is the complete absence of emotion except just this vacant smile on his face as he's just like tearing these dudes asunder, doing acrobatic feats with a sword that's almost taller than him.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm
Feudal
terrified,
Japan.
but I love it.
Feudal Japan and you're 6 foot tall. Damn, you're tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be tall in
Hiroki.
modern Japan.
Hiroki stood down an ox when he was a child. He's
Big
big
boy.
boy. He's corn-fed, rice-fed, big rice-fed,
Imported corn-fed.
imported corn-fed.
Corn,
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah, this guy is going to be like,
Um,
Oh yeah.
is going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
This one's just going to look at me like, "You fucking coward!" And then is going to fucking do some hops over this table.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a swing at you with his... And that's the one with the bad.
Yes.
Tonto.
And he has that extra TN as well.
Yes. So he has a TN3 to hit you.
Correct.
Where...
Let's see it.
Where skill?
Where skill? Need
Where's-
help. Need help. Don't know where the
Blease.
skill is. Blease.
Blease. Oh, Jesus.
By the way, I just realized Hiroki is barefoot right now.
He is.
Yeah. This guy hit me?
He's gonna keep the 2... He can only keep 2, but he's gonna keep the exploding successes.
Damn.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sucks to be him.
No, those are
Who's gonna hit?
successes that he keeps.
Ooh, right
Sucks to
on.
be you.
Does suck to be me.
So he does hit you, but he is going to take the strife. He's going to get a little upset during this, but he is only going to be
Okay.
doing 4 damage because this blade is blunted. So that would be against your fatigue. The strike, in Starfinder fashion, the strike does not hit you, but you still take the fatigue. It is assumed that you are blocking the attack, but it does strain your body.
Like the idea that instead of blocking it, I'm like cartwheeling out of the way of it almost as he like makes a strike, and I just like with just this ungodly speed, just like woo, like throws himself into a cartwheel.
Yeah, and this guy is clearly not had any of the training you have as he just pulls back this thing and tries to like stab roughly towards your chest.
Mm-mm.
And then you're just not there anymore. He's like, Nani!
We had to get an Ani in there.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is going to back off and just assume a defensive posture.
Mm-hmm.
Izumi, it is your turn.
Yes. Okay.
You can make an athletics check if you wish to go beyond the normal 2 range bands.
What does she has to do if she wants to go through the window?
That's what I'm asked. That's what I'm thinking.
Through the
I want to go through the
wall.
window.
Through the well, these are just shoji, so they are just rice paper.
Yeah, I
I'm
want
just gonna
to
say you
jump.
can go through it. Rule of cool.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so how much movement do
You
I
have
have?
6 hexes that you can go through.
6 hexes. So
Or if you
1,
succeed
2,
at
3.
a target number 2 athletics check, every success you go above that, you can move an extra 3.
Okay, I will do that. Athletics check.
Yes, what stance are you in also, I
Uh,
should ask.
Ooh, I'm in void stance.
You're just letting the universe do as it will.
I am. I am. I don't. What would athletics be? Martial? Fitness?
Fitness, yeah, not athletics, fitness, that's the word.
Okay. Fitness.
And Shion is
All
probably
right.
in
Void
fire stance.
roll.
No water.
I don't
You-
know what
Nice.
those mean.
You would be able to succeed, and you'd be able to move an extra 3 spaces if you kept all of the ones with the single circle on them. Or you
It's a
could keep
single circle?
the triple one. That's an exploding
Uh-huh.
success, which means you'll re-roll it.
Which
Wait,
one's the triple
but that-
one?
When re-rolling it, you keep the previous success from it, right?
Yes,
Yes.
because it's an exploding success. The one that looks like 3 tadpoles going around in a circle.
Far right.
Okay, so if I keep that, I get a. It's not a success yet, or
It
No,
is
it
a
is.
success.
It is.
But
Then
it
you
will
get to
also
roll
roll
another die.
again.
Okay, so I'm gonna finalize it, and it's nothing.
Dang. But it's not anything bad. You still succeed.
Okay.
So you get that
Okay, and
extra
then I'm-
3 spaces you can move for a total of 9 this turn.
Gotcha. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's that guy? 9.
Wait, isn't that guy dead?
That guy.
Zumi, what does it look
Um,
like as you fucking bowl through jump a
Weird.
hedge, go through
Okay.
a window?
Let me. Okay, so I run through, and I dive through the window, and as I dive through the window, my fist is gonna catch on fire, and midair, I'm gonna punch that guy in the face, or attempt to. I'm gonna like.
You did have to spend your You did have to spend your action on the fitness check.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will run
Next
through.
turn.
Next turn, you will be able to punch the shit out of him.
I'll light my hands on fire and stand in front of him, and I'll be like, "Hey, it's me!" Like,
Well, now Shion needs to also try to make a fitness check. I think he's fairly
was
good at.
was that intimidating at all?
Oh, if he wasn't already running, he's running now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
picking up
he's-
some strife because of his bum arm.
Yeah, trying to keep up with
With
Izumi.
Little Miss dramatic entrance over here.
He does succeed.
No.
And he gets
Nice.
2 opportunity, and he is in water. But he gets a lot of strife. He's not having a good day.
No.
What can he do with that, though? Perform task efficiently, spot a physical detail not related to your check, or add a previously unnoticed area of terrain or mundane item, or just remove some fatigue. Or move 1 rage band. So you know what he's going to do, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to move an extra range band and get all the way over here.
Oh, seeing that,
Somebody's
Hiroki,
flanked.
seeing that, Hiroki is going to stop swinging for a moment. His face is going to light up and he's going to go, Ohayo gozaimasu! And then he's just going to, get ready for another swing.
Yes, you see, neither of you have seen Shion ever do anything with much vigor. This dude just sprinted through this hedge, leaped through the window through the hole that Azumi made, landed, good hand still clutching the grip of I think it's called a Suki, of his blade, barrels over this table, stops, and just gives you this little knowing smile with that little bit of, grass between his lips.
Oh, of course. And that's probably when the Ohayo gozaimasu happens.
And now we're back at the top of the round. It's your turn, Hiroki.
And can you guess what I'm going to do?
Are you gonna swing?
I'm going to swing. And we're going to swing with air. We're going to roll that. We're going to roll pretty decent.
You succeed.
I do succeed with an opportunity, right?
Yes. There are 2 opportunities, one with a strife, one without a strife. And you have an exploding success.
Let's see here. Oh, I fucked things up. There we go. Okay. It's like, oh, I fucked things up. I suppose I'll take the... So that's an exploding success. I'll take the strife and opportunity. Why not? So next for that, and then what I get? Nothing! Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll take the strife, which I'm at 5 strife now. And
you have
Hiroki,
you can go vertical again.
Yeah, and I think Hiroki is gonna go vertical. We're gonna get to see Hiroki's special technique that I made up literally 3 minutes ago that I thought sounded cool, which is he's going to palm the blade to where the flat of the handle is kind of like in the palm of his hand, and it's gonna spin in this motion until he re-grips it just with all of this inertia, and he's just going to leap doing a corkscrew backflip. Or no, it'd be a front flip because he's moving forward. A corkscrew front flip, just lopping this dude's head off, and landing right there.
Perfect. He doesn't even get he's just like, and then just fucking head pops off and goes rolling away.
And just Hiroki, of course, has landed once again in the samurai just landed from a jump pose.
All right. Zumi. This person is staring you down, fucking petrified, but they are still going to take a swing like they know their life depends on it.
Oh, she fucking smiles. She's like, I'm excited.
These rolls have been exactly what they need.
Right?
Oh, I'll keep that too. So you will take the 4. Well, you'll take 5 because his weapon's not shit.
Now, it's been a while since I've done this, so where
It
do
goes
I
against
put
your fatigue.
my fatigue? Where's my fatigue? Oh, so do I add 5 fatigue?
Yes. And
Okay.
he's going to act extremely carefully. But again, he does not hit you. But what does it look as this terrified fucking gangster takes a swing at you with a Tonto, and you manage to block it?
Oh, it didn't hit me.
No, it hit
It did.
you?
So, you know how endurance works in Starfinder, where you have to go through the stamina points and then it actually hurts you? It's like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
okay. I see. Man, my fists are on fire and prepping. So what does he try to hit me with?
A Tonto, so like a long dagger.
Okay. So he hits me sort of, and I just sort of brush it off, I guess. I slide just enough and I brush it off, and my flaming fist just slides across his face a little. Not, it doesn't burn him, but it's hot. It's
Well,
fucking hot.
it's up to you. Do you want to punch him to death, or do you want Shion to come over and help?
I mean, I do like doing things myself, so I'm
Go
going to
ahead and
punch
punch
him to
him.
death.
Let's see if you punch him to
Okay.
death.
Okay.
By the way,
And
what
I
is the damage of your invoked fire fist?
I have no idea.
I will look at your character sheet while you make the roll.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with fire.
Yeah, flame fist.
Yep. And I'm gonna do
need
the
to make a-
roll.
TN to power. If you succeed, treat the deadliness as increased by your fire ring, which is 2.
I had an exploding success, and then I had another
Yes.
success, and then I had an opportunity and a strife.
Yes. So in
I'm gonna-
total, you had.
I'm gonna take all the strife.
You know what? I'm just gonna let you kill him. You would have been off by 1.
Yeah, so it fucking comes back, and I just like fucking cut him, and then I cut him. Fucking bam, bam, and it's not great. Like
Yeah, where
it
do you
almost like
punch him
Hmm?
with your fire
Right in-
fists?
right in the face. So when I hit him, it's like smoldering ashes. Not that he gets ashy or anything, but it's like embers. When I punch him in the face, it's like embers, and it's like if you were to hit metal while it's really hot and it kicks off all those embers while you hit it, that's basically the same kind of thing.
Sparks go
And I
flying off of him.
yeah, and I leave these really, really awful burns that look like manuks on his face. Probably like one here and then like one here, just for good measure.
You know, just for rule of cool, I would say that the second thing you do is like a haymaker to the side of his head, and you send him
Ooh.
like through here, and he just crashes through all of this stuff for extra cool points.
I love that. I love that. After that happens, can I look over at names are hard.
Hiroki,
Thank you. Can I look over at
who is
Hiroki?
covered in blood, by the way.
Right. I'm gonna be like, hey, you need a shower.
And Hiroki is going to like look with that weird kind of delirious smile, and then kind of his eyes are going to clarify and go, wait, why are you two here? Just like still covered in blood, not really acknowledging anything that's around him.
Mm-hmm. We came to find you. We found you.
Why did you come to find me?
It's a great question. I don't think I was here the session before that, so I don't know.
You were? Remember the whole... the brothers kept trying to throw Hiroki under the bus until...
No, that was
Threw
me
the
trying to throw
bomb.
Hiroki under the bus.
Well, the
Yeah.
brothers weren't helping. Well, they were, but in the dumbest way possible.
Well, one of them was. The other one knew the secret.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw how you guys handled the Shogun. I can only imagine.
It
was
was
pretty-
amazing.
It was pretty
I'm in
something.
love.
Yeah, I think Hiroki is going to and he's gonna like reach inside, like as you're trying to talk to him, he's gonna like reach
Mhm.
inside of his kimono and like pull out his like sandals and like put them on the ground and like very gently like put them on, making sure they fit right and that sort of thing, just sitting in like a pool of blood while doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Taking off his sandals is kind of like his version of taking your earrings off for a fight.
Oh no. He was wanting to put them back on, but now his feet are all bloody, so he's gonna have to wash his feet. And his sandals.
It's like taking off the
Yeah.
fucking gloves before he goes full Rock Lee.
Yeah, right? Taking off the leg weights.
Yeah. I'll probably like shake my hands out a little bit and because we're done fighting now, right? I don't have to like punch anybody else.
Everyone is dead. the guy you punch is probably not like immediately dead, but he twitches on the ground for a little bit, just making horrible gurgling sounds before he stops moving.
Oh, as he's still kind of gurgling, I'm gonna shake my hands out and get the fire off of there, and then I'm gonna like poke through his clothes to see if he has anything interesting. He should be still alive. And
Which,
I'm
by
just
the
like,
way,
Whoa!
I will say, once Hiroki is like shoes back on, he's going to start reaching through these guys' clothes to put money on the counter because this is a great inconvenience to the person who owns this joint. And he wants to put
yeah,
any money these guys have on the counter as a payment.
yeah. Izumi doesn't care about money. Like she'll take money if there is money there. Izumi just cares about like, do you have any trinkets?
Yeah.
Were you before you were toasty?
Uh,
Like
You
I
do
think
on each of them find a sigil of the Akuma family.
is that the family that I'm struggling with?
I would like to
No.
grab
Or-
the sigils from the 3 guys that I killed.
Go for it.
That seems like a power move in the waiting, depending on how many of these guys I kill. That's a good
I'll-
prop that I could use to be dramatic.
And Shion, for
I
his
would like
part,
to take one and like hand it to you.
Aw,
Want
thank
this too?
you. Yeah,
Shion
I'd
for
say, oh, thank you. Got a monster, this sort of thing, like, and like grabs it, like pulls it and puts it inside his area, like kind of gently. And what were you saying about Shion? I'm sorry.
yeah, like for his part, like he like stretches out. He looks like it wasn't a real fun thing to be a one-armed person that runs through fucking hedge and a window,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you can't even eat without something interesting happening.
This wasn't my fault. This was my small friend who, where did he go? And I start immediately looking around for Ima.
Oh, Ima is like over in the right side with all of the what are they called? Kosatsus, I think is
Oh,
what
so
they're
yeah,
called. Those
he's
big
actually,
like comfy pillow tables.
yeah, and I think that he's probably going to like be like, 1 moment, I'm sorry. And he's gonna like walk over there, still covered in blood, and like peek his head around and essentially be like, Ima, it's safe to come out now.
Oh, Ima's doing that whole scared civilian thing of like sitting down in the fetal position, hands curled around themselves, like shaking.
Oh, and Hiroki's gonna like look and be a little confused and then look at himself for a moment. And then everything that just happened is going to dawn on him and he's just gonna throw up on the mats. Like right on the tatami mat.
All over the nice wooden imported
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, he's just gonna immediately throw up and be, like sort of thing, just like he's almost freaking out too at this point.
Oh yeah, and Ima's just like beside himself, like praying to the kami to protect him.
It's like, Ima, we have to get out of here. Two of my friends are here. They helped a little bit, but someone's gonna find out about this and we gotta go.
Yeah. Ima like just like finally looks over at you and is like, I know where we can go. I know where we can go. Where it's safe. I know where we can go.
Yes,
And-
me, your uncle.
He kind of nods. And
Shut
it's
up,
like,
Uncle.
he's like, lead the way. Is it okay if my friends come?
I guess.
And he looks back and goes, follow me and follow Ima here.
Izumi,
Okay. Yeah.
I will again share the picture with all of you from Ima's little thing. Because I think I can do that is share for players.
I believe you can.
And something you notice when you see him
His baby.
is there's a striking family resemblance to Mazahira.
Oh yeah.
His baby.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, do I know that he is related to
You do
Masahiro?
not.
Well, she does know we were looking for what once was Inori and now is known as Ima because we had that
True,
conversation.
you do
Yeah, I was about to
recognize
say.
the name Ima.
Right. So I'm gonna be like, Ema. Uh, do you know Masahira?
Oh, he looks fucky. He's like, no, you're here with the. You're gonna send me home.
Oh,
Whoa,
Hiroki is
whoa,
going
whoa.
to draw his sword and like stand between you guys. Like, and
Ah!
that look
What?
is
I
bad.
was there for you. Stop it. I'm
No,
gonna like
you can't make my small boy go back home.
I'm not, I don't, okay, listen, my bad. Okay, can you just like, can you put that away from
and-
me? Because we're friends and I want to stay friends.
And Hiroki is going to look back at Ima and then look at you again and then back at Ima.
Just put it away. I don't want anyone else dying.
And Hiroki probably does the sword flourish and like puts the blade in the thing, but still stands in front of Ima, like sort of in front of Ima with his arms crossed.
Fine. That's fine. I'm going to step around you.
No, no, because
Hiroki's a
Hiroki,
bit of a bit of a big lad.
you're
You
gonna
big lad.
you're gonna kick my ass if you step around him. If you want to attempt to kick my ass and probably win, you can, but
I
Hiroki's
don't
not
wanna
gonna
kick
stand
your
down.
ass. No, I don't want to kick your ass. I do want to be able to make eye contact with
Yeah, you can make
Ema,
eye
though.
contact. You just
Okay.
he's keeping a healthy COVID distance between the two of you.
Fair. Everybody gets 6 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at Ema and be like, I don't want to take you home, but I'm with Masahira. We wanted to know what happened to you. And he's been looking for you. I mean, if you don't want to go home, you don't have to go home, but people were worried that you were like not alive. So it's nice to know that you are. But I'm not gonna make you do anything you don't want to do.
I'm sure Mother was so worried.
I don't know your mom. I'm sorry. Wait, do I know?
By
I mean,
reputation, probably?
I mean, we kind of Masahira and I sort of grew up together. Yeah.
Yeah, so. But Masahira is, like, not directly related to Sarunami, because you're getting into the whole samurai thing of families are actually, like, a collection of families that are
Gotcha.
loyal to someone, so they take their name kind of deal.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But
So I'll just be like, I don't know your mother. I don't. I know Masahira, and that's it. And you know, if there's like bad blood happening, then I am not about to put you in a situation that is bad or that will hurt you. I don't want to do that. It's nice to know you're living. That's
that
all.
does call me Madame, mostly because, like, just the way you say it, you're clearly not bullshitting.
Yeah.
Takes a deep breath and slowly nods. And then kind of remembers where all of you are. Like, oh, yeah, we need to go.
Yeah,
We'll go.
and I think that yeah, Hiroki's just gonna say, lead the way.
Oh, as we leave, go look at you, Hiroki. Be like, we cool?
And Hiroki's going to say, I think.
Yeah, Shion's definitely going to also give you a look with the whole we're cool thing, because, like, the last time you guys talked, it went pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we have a lot to talk about. There's a magistrate
Yeah,
involved.
And Hiroki is going to kind of like, his eyes are going to, no, they're not going to widen. It's not like he didn't expect some shit like this to happen. So he's assuming worse than what he's saying and just assuming that that's like, yeah, I saw this coming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably
Mhm.
actually on the walk back going to be like, Shion, I'm very sorry. Or not, yeah, Shion. And he's like, I acted rashly, but I have a reason to stay now.
Good. And
Yeah, that's
he just
fair.
leaves it at that.
No, that's fair. Completely. Hiroki
And-
has not properly apologized at all.
I got a question as we're moving to this safe
Mhm.
space. for Hiroshi. I'm just gonna be like, I know about the Grass Clan. It was an accident and I overheard it. Do you want to talk about it sometime?
As you say it was an accident, you feel like this cold hand on your shoulder. When you look, there's nothing there but a old lady's voice in your ear just goes, "Was it really an accident?"
And
And no one else hears that.
yeah,
Just-
and I
just
think
assuming.
that Hiroki is going to say, I don't know what there is to talk about. My family's dead. And then he's just going to keep walking.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna still like keep trying to
And I
like
think,
I'm absolutely
and we're definitely taking some back roads because Hiroki, we did not have an opportunity to wash up. And Hiroki is, he's soaky right now. That was
Yeah.
awful. Oh, Jesus
Soaky.
Christ.
Yeah, some
Hiroki?
people
Oh.
see you guys as you leave and they're like, kind
Yeah.
of deal.
And I think that probably like at like 2 or 3 stops, Hiroki does vomit again, just as like waves of like what he just hit, like what he just did hit him. Because like he had never killed anyone before like this whole shit started, and then the 2 people he did kill, he basically did it with his master almost as like a tool. You know what I mean? So like this is the first in his own moment having to make the conscious decision to kill somebody. You know what I mean?
And those two had been soldiers,
Yeah.
so
Which
you
is
could
different
argue
because, they're
you can soldiers.
yeah, like you can look at the armor as kind of a target, but these were people who weren't wearing masks or anything like that, and like they were not armored, barely armed. Yeah. Like Hiroki probably could not have, but in his heart of hearts believes he could have stopped that without killing them.
Yeah. Granted, they also did the first violent move.
Oh, they did. That doesn't stop Hiroki from feeling real gross about it, though.
Yeah. Let's take us back to the map, and we're actually gonna cut away for a little bit. Mazahira and Nagashita.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys been doing now that the magistrate has left the place and most of the Seiki Saigumi have left? There's only a couple, what are they called? Ashigaru that are kind of standing guard over the Sleepy Shiba, almost like it's a crime scene, because it is a crime scene.
Have I got the sword that I need to use to do my framing?
Yes. You were given a sword by Akimasa. And by the way, Akimasa and Kochiki have seemingly just disappeared.
They don't want any part of this shit.
They vented!
Sus.
Bro, I saw them do it. If not them, then me. But, yeah, you have your sword to do your deal.
I go to Masahira. Now, we need to apparently protect our friend's friend. I mean, we barely knew him, but I do feel bad about pushing so hard to have him arrested.
Fukuro just somewhere in the background staring at you from behind the owl mask.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
buddy.
I'm going to go find someone who is guilty of similar crimes, and well, we'll send the magistrate in his direction. That should cover. There's a thief about, and that should cover. Well, this he holds the sword, which is probably wrapped up in linens. Should cover he has a very nice sword that he took from a samurai. Do you have a problem with this?
I'm realizing I should probably have a problem doing it myself, so
No.
Because, 68 honor, it's not very honorable for him to personally at least go out and help frame someone. So Masahiro, as he's like looking through the the remnants of everything that was in the room that got like boomed.
the, the concept will be that the person is guilty of something, in
Right. That's
fact,
why
guilty of stealing. Therefore, we're simply
he's
setting them up to be captured and punished for a similar crime.
he's gonna look up and just be like, "Well, I know that. Wait, no, I don't know that Hiroki didn't steal the sword, right? Or did we clear that part up?"
I think that part got cleared up. That was you don't know what it was a cover for, but it was a cover for something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like, well, I know that Hiroki is not the one guilty of stealing. I don't entirely feel comfortable going out and personally trying to frame another for another's crime, even if they've committed a crime of their own. But I will not interfere in any way uh, as you choose to take this course. I kind of like picking up the remnants of the lanterns that were all like decorated.
The, the worst I can see happening is the person who has gotten away with something is picked up for something else. Whether or not they're guilty, he shrugs.
Yeah,
They're guilty of something.
Big Brother.
Literally
Yeah.
1984.
Yeah.
All right, Rowan, post it in the chat. I know you got it ready.
Literally.
No, yeah, he's like, please do as you deem necessary. I think I will aid in the cleaning up of the inn. As uh, should I feel responsible in any way? I feel like my character should feel responsible, but at the same time, not.
That's a you question. That's not a Mr. DM. How should I feel?
It's not really anything he did though. So, like, I feel with everyone else having left, it may be best for at least one of us to stay and help out.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, everyone just kind of like, oh, place exploded. Let's go.
Yeah, cause man, I've forgotten all my characters' names.
Yeah, I forgot his name too. I know who you're talking about.
Saito is busy trying to pick this place back up. The man-made.
Yeah. So I'll stick with Saito and help him clean up.
Yoma's fucking male wife.
Hell yeah, we love to see it. Male wife with an adorable dog he dresses up all the time. Couldn't have wrote itself better.
And yeah, speaking of Boba, Boba is dressed up as a shinobi this time.
Yay.
How fitting, given what
It's
just
time.
happened.
I was about to
Aw.
say, it's time for the state to arrest and execute him.
Shinobi are legal.
Really? Okay.
Shinobi are legal. Everyone just thinks they're super sus. And also, how the fuck are you gonna prove someone's a shinobi?
Catch them in shinobi clothes doing shinobi things.
Yeah, this is a dog.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
This dog.
Wear the uniform, die like a soldier!
But yeah, Boba is still not very happy. Boba got very scared having bomb go off. But is now dressed up as a little ninja. Believe it.
Believe it.
Yeah, Saito, you help pick up the destroyed fucking table.
Yeah. Like helping sweep up the area.
Oh, and this place stinks. It smells like gunpowder. Have you ever been around black powder?
Probably.
No, I mean like you, Daniel. Have you ever been around
No.
black powder?
I also meant probably. I just don't remember shit.
'Cause,
I feel like I know the smell.
It's worse than gunpowder. Because we're talking like the stuff that people used before they invented gunpowder.
Yeah, because gunpowder was what? Just sulfur and what, nitrate or something like that?
I think that's what black powder is, pretty much.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
smells really bad. And there is like a black ash everywhere. And Saito's just like, if I didn't know any better, I would say that having your little group around has made things far more exciting than they should be.
I do apologize for, well, no one sticking around to help, but I'm going to do my best.
Oh, Samurai, you're under no obligation.
Samurai, not samurai. I am still a humble follower of Amaterasu. It is my honor to aid you in your time of need.
Well, sounds like you're more a follower of the cat commie.
Ah,
Nyan
I know.
Nyan.
She wants
Ah.
food. I'm waiting for next moment I'm gonna give her some food.
Nyan Nyan. Well, to give you that moment to appease the cat commie, we will actually follow
Okay.
Nagashita as Nagashita goes off to do something. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck the morality of this is. You're framing a
Sus.
criminal for another crime they didn't commit, but they are a criminal that did something. We're gonna say
Yeah.
neutral.
True neutral there.
Yeah, this is a lawful neutral scheme. How exactly are you going to go about this?
Well, I'm going to be looking one for the Mamori family's areas, and then going to the point of trying to find where their fence is and seeing who visits.
The Momori or the Akuma?
The Mamori, they were the.
The Momori were the ones that are from the Imperial City. The Akuma are the ones who have been muscling in. The Momori are the ones you guys have already fucked over, because as that Akuma person said, it seems their little devil is gone.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
there was someone in town who scared the Akuma into not muscling in on Momori territory. That someone got rid of. If you're muted, you can't defend yourself.
She's just being quiet. She also can't incriminate herself if she doesn't
True.
talk.
Is Amy learning the lesson? Oh my god, she's learning the lesson.
Now, if only she would apply it to Thursdays. Anyway.
Never.
This is actually good if you
Well.
were looking for the Momori.
Should I look for the Mamori or should I look for the Akuma? And yeah, let's put one extra level of complexity in here. I'll go looking for the Akuma, and I'll hang around and maybe spread some stories that the Mamori are trying to get the magistrate to crack down on the Akuma.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So,
Well,
Rumor had it.
I know a good
yes.
way to get you involved in this. As you're walking along, going through the back alleys of the city, you notice a few familiar figures just out of the corner of your eye. And a small, well, not small, seems that an adolescent boy is leading Hiroki, Shion, and Izumi around.
Ah, I should have gone with.
Fucking at this rate, Masahiro will never find them.
So he'll go over to them. What are you do? And he'll look at Hiroki, the
And
Soki.
Hiroki's still covered in blood.
What have you been doing? You are muted, Mira.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, he's gonna look at you and go, wait, you're from the tea house?
Yes, and I'm sorry for trying to advocate for them to take the sword away from you. I'm trying to rectify that and another similar issue I stirred up.
Shion was the
And-
one that tried to throw you on, or not Shion. Shion says, yes, this is the one that tried to throw you under the bus to the magistrate.
That
Oh,
was
and
before
Hiroki.
That was
Oh, go
before
ahead.
I knew as much as I do now.
I see it as an open secret. And Hiroki is going to look at you, and he's going to bow at you and say, "It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Hiroki. Or I am Hiroki Okuhashi. Or would it be Okuhashi Hiroki, right?
Okahashi
Hiroki.
Hiroki.
Yeah, I am Okuhashi Hiroki, final son of the Grass Clan, and apparently larger fugitive than I thought I was.
Well, I'm going to lower that a bit.
I love the fact that everyone in the party, now knows this secret and has met my nephew, and I know
No,
neither.
Yeah.
Forgot about.
I'm just like
Shit.
happily sweeping up ash in like tea parlor.
Oh my god, I
There's all
love
this
that.
intrigue going around.
My dumbass is over here cleaning.
Listen,
You're
maybe
you're not an
you didn't-
intrigue guy anyway.
if you didn't want to be a male wife so bad.
Fucking hell.
Husbando.
Yeah.
Yo, Masahira is all our waifus.
Listen, my only true husbando is Shion. Thank you very much.
I will fight you.
You've already seen Hiroki will fight you back.
I know. It's so good. What
Shit,
about a
but yeah,
throuple?
yeah. You know what? Hiroki's dumb enough it might work.
Oh god, Amy's trying to start another harem.
Oh god.
It was just so much
Well,
fun.
if there
I
was a
can't help
game
it.
to do it in, it would be this. I'm surprised you haven't done it already in New Amsterdam, because that's the
It's-
other game to do it
I was
in.
about to say, this is the
I'm
wrong kind
work-
of anime
I'm
for a
working on that
harem.
one. I'm
Yeah.
working on that one.
How?
It's just sort of
What, are
it's
you
very
trying to get
disjointed.
Big Crusher on your side?
No, I don't like her. No, that's a whole other
Oh.
conversation. We'll talk about it later. No, I don't like her.
Tsundere.
Tsundere.
We need to get you somewhere where you can clean up.
Yes, my small friend was actually bringing me there.
Then
Bring him
Ema,
back to the inn.
Ema bows to you and says, "Hi, my name's Ema."
And that is
Hoshimitsu
his name.
Nakashita.
Ema kind of gives you that look where it's like you're being a little too supportive.
Oh yeah, and Hiroki's just dumb as fuck. I mean,
That is
what do you want from
his
him?
name. Yes, I see. Let me take another guess. Saru family.
Damn it! Everyone knows.
I guess this is also an open
And
secret.
reaches for the sword.
Shion grabs your
He's not gonna touch
hand.
you. Not gonna touch you. You're fucking soaky.
Oh shit.
We were just about to. Just follow me. And
Hey, would you wanna you might have a plan already, but there's this inn with a dog. It's real cute. Bet the dog's dressed up like something adorable today.
And
Dog
that is
dressed up
a
as
lot of
something
people in
adorable today.
between here and there who will see us walking around with someone covered in blood.
And
besides,
also
Oh.
somebody's somebody else is there. And kind of just like looks at you. If I am to be correct. Like looking at Amy, what's your character's name? Izumi.
Izumi.
and as far as you
Mhm.
remember, the magistrate had left.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the magistrate.
Oh
No.
yeah, the person who
It-
will never know the secret.
Oh, it sounds like
Let's get
Are you
washed up
considering-
first.
yeah. What's the kid's name again?
Ema.
Ema.
I'm gonna go listen, you might be super attached to that name, but have you maybe considered trying a fresh one that's not so connected to previous encounters?
Well, speaking of previous encounters, if the Akama believe that they can muscle in on Momori territory, we need to go and talk to Momori Sensei.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
Do you know
that's-
any of the Akuma people? Perhaps they have someone who'd like to hold on to ill-gotten swords. He holds up the wrapped sword.
Well,
And then we can send the magistrate in their direction. I've been talking to people, and it seems nice rumors going around that the Momori are pushing the magistrate to crack down on the Akuma.
oh, there is.
Hiroki even kind of understands and like looks and goes, well, that's not a good rumor for them.
Definitely not. And if one of them is found with a sword having been quote unquote stolen from a samurai, he once again shakes the cloth covered sword to make sure everyone knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
You're just going to make things worse, especially if the Akama think that. Well, they shouldn't be able to do that. There was a. Well, he was an Oni that was working for the Momori and scared the
He's-
Akama.
I believe our friend here has a little bit to do with his disappearance. He nods towards Izumi.
Wait, was that the Oni that you guys fought? Just like
you
out
guys
loud.
fought an Oni?
No.
They...
They-
I'm sorry, what?
No. We befriended it.
Well, I wouldn't say you befriended it.
I'm gonna
Can we
look at-
talk someplace less out in the open?
Yes, we're almost there. We're almost to the Momori safe house.
look at fucking what is your character's name?
Hiroki?
Hashi
Oh,
Nagashita?
Nagashita.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm gonna
Hiroshima.
look over at Nagashita and just be like, you are so good at talking shit all the time. Like, you are just the king, the sensei, the shogun of opening your mouth at the most inopportune times. And listen, that's saying something because I open my mouth inopportune times.
You open your
I'm
arms in
acknowledging-
inopportune times as well. How's that curse coming along?
Damn, son.
Oh!
I flames.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Hiroki is going to draw his sword now that there's flames going on.
I'm just making a joke at your expense. I'm sorry.
Shion and Ima are just fucking walking
I'm
at this
just
point.
going to mention I have all in jest. When I make whatever check, I can. It's very silly.
And then he's
But basically, it's a shuji that lets me pass things off as, it's just a joke. Just a prank,
It's
bro.
just a prank, bro.
oh god, you're Jake Paul.
No.
Oh no, don't let this man go near any forests of significant value.
Oh no, we're in the country for it too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hiroki's gonna put away his blade and leave them to do their thing now.
Yeah,
Let's
I
catch
just,
up.
I just brought out something sharper.
I'm gonna shake out the flames, but not completely. It's just like they're always a little smoldery because I'm a little irritable. And also, that'd be it. That's just as we walk, you can tell there's like there's smoke coming out of me. All the time.
I love that. It's like the physical embodiment of anger. You've got smoke coming out of your ears, essentially.
Yeah.
Let's go to wherever Emo wants to bring us.
Yeah, Ima and Shion are like half a block ahead of you guys at this point. They're like, fuck it, they'll catch up.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Fucking
Yeah,
thicker
no,
than
Hiroki's
wood.
running to catch up because he realizes he's in blood and also a little bit of vomit.
Yeah, I
A
suppose.
little bit of splashback.
Yeah, a little bit of splashback.
Blah blah.
Blah, blah.
Blah. Just a little silly samurai blah.
Blah.
Anyway, fantastic. You guys do arrive at a very nice looking townhouse, guarded by more Yakuza. But these ones are much more refined, might be the word for it. They go so far as to actually cover their arms. For example, you can only see like the edges of their sleeves underneath actual sleeves.
Mhm.
But Ima walks up and bows and talks to them, and these two kind of look at you, slowly reach and slide the door open, and especially look to you, Hiroki, is like, and they're like, there's a place where you can bathe in the back.
Kind
You'll
of
bathe
bows.
before you meet the master.
Yeah, he kind of bows very deeply and goes, "Thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. I hope that you are I hope that you are blessed by all of the 8 winds." And like just goes in to just get bathed. He's doing his stupid humble bit again.
And you just get a,
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, clearly showing up as like a huckster at this point. Not a huckster, but a trickster.
a trickster.
He's being very transparent about being tricksy. But yeah, he's definitely gonna go and bathe and like fucking find some replacement clothes to quickly don so he's not covered in spattered red, you know?
And you guys get led into a side room where some nice geisha lady comes in and offers you, refreshments of tea and cookies and things like that.
Is she wearing a mask?
No. This is a
Okay.
legitimate geisha.
Okay.
This is not
I
a one that you get a
Nothing.
little horny for and then turns out to be a shinobi who curses you. I mean, who hasn't had that happen?
I know, right?
She's absolutely got PTSD from it. I feel like she would be incredibly standoffish, would like, it'd be like a gentle nod and a thank you, and it just like you're over there and I'm over here, and we're gonna just keep that space.
Post-traumatic shinobi disorder.
Traumatic shinobi disorder. Yes.
Ah, I love it. Meanwhile, fucking Masahira's over here like, should I have gone with him for some reason? I feel like I should have.
What if he needed protection?
Which was really the reason that we wanted to bring you. I know how good you are at not lying.
Yeah, that's
Well,
my strong suit.
I will cut him.
Hiroki, you get led to not nearly as nice of a bathhouse as the one at the Sleepy Shiba,
Oh yeah.
but you get cleaned off. You get offered a fresh set of clothes that roughly fit you. They're actually probably a little too small because you are beak boy.
Yeah, and I think Hiroki hastily transfers all of his things into his pockets and he'll go where he is told to go.
Yeah, and you get led by more thugs back to the rest of your group, and after a while, that same geisha comes in and is like, the master will see you now.
Yeah, and all go in.
Mhm.
And is everyone else coming with me?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
get-
and I'll look at Shion to have him come as well.
Oh, all of you go.
Okay, good.
Everyone goes, and you guys get brought to the center room of this rather large, almost complex of a building. And in the center, there's a nice fire pit that's roaring. And almost like a small pseudo throne has been constructed, and sitting on a cushion there, on his knees, as everyone is wont to do on their cushions, is an older gentleman and some. It's old money wealthy. Nothing here is gaudy, but everything here is of quality.
I think this guy's gonna get a lot better response from Hiroki than most of the people of authority. I think Hiroki, first thing he does as he enters. Okay, here's the question. The demeanor of this guy, how similar is it to the head of the Maple clan?
The Maple Clan?
Yeah. Like as in like stoic and that sort of thing. Is the head of the Maple clan stoic? I'm sorry, I might just be pulling that from my ass.
Well, she is. I mean, she's called the One Eyed Lion for a reason.
Mm, mm, mm.
But you've interacted with her before, and she tends to be that sort of militarist stoic. Like, she is a samurai. You know,
Yeah.
she was supposed to be guarding her father when he was assassinated, and that's why she cut out her own eye as penance.
You know what? I think I will. I will offer my pipe to this guy just immediately. Just be like, thank you for allowing us safety, like, sort of thing, and like offers it as like a, hey, do you want to like have a couple puffs of good tobacco from a
Yeah.
good pipe?
And he's clearly a much older gentleman, probably
Mhm.
mid 60s, maybe even in his 70s at this point. Balding, except for some very thin, graying, wispy hairs on the back and the sides. And he sitting in that very stoic, like, back up, arms to the side, almost like a samurai would.
Mhm.
But does take the pipe and looks it over with a very appraising look and takes one puff out of it to be polite before handing it back and is like, "It is not often that a man of low standing could have something so nice."
And Hiroki probably takes a puff off of it and says, apologies. I offer you no deception. I am no man of low standing. And he'll like kind of tap the blade on his side. Not in like a, hey, check the sword, more of like a, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Samurai.
Yeah.
I got to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it!
Yeah, he nods. Hiroki will bow.
And Ima has, like, goes off to the side and is talking to someone who is around Ima's age. Seems to, I mean, obviously looks like this guy's son or grandson or something, and they're talking amongst themselves.
Right.
My son's friend. How do you know them?
I had met Ima, as he consoled me, at a shrine. And from there, I felt like we had an understanding, and I was more than happy to, well, help protect him.
And you came here in blood, not of your own, given that you cleaned up so well. Why do
Kinda.
you bring violence to my doorstep, samurai?
And he kind of holds out his hands and says, "No, no offense or trouble intended, good sir. Simply, I was led here by Ima. We had run into trouble with," and he pulls out one of the pendants and like offers it to the old man. Like, we had run into trouble with some people, and I asked where we would be able to go to wash and to potentially plan a next move, and he said that this would be the area to go to.
Yeah, and you pull out this emblem, and like some of the made men around are like, kind of deal, because fuck, this is like you went up to the CIA man and started flashing a KGB badge at him.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm gonna pull out the other three to be like, no, that's not mine, and I'm gonna like hand them to him
And
to have him appraise them.
he did not react like that.
Sure.
Seems much more measured as he reaches out, takes them, and kind of his hands have a little bit of that old man shake to them. Has to kind of bring them a bit closer to eyes that look like he's starting to suffer from cataracts. Kind of getting that milky look to them. It's like, Akuma. Anyone who is an opponent of the Akuma is a friend of the Momori.
And he says, well, the ones that I had met were quite rude. And he kind of like smiles. with this little chuckle.
The Akuma do not understand that there is an honor amongst thieves and Yakuza. There is an order to which we do things that they do not approve.
Yeah, kind of nods.
He gives you back the little things. He's like, keep these as tokens of monsters slain.
Oh, and Hiroki will gladly take them and set them inside his pocket, and he'll bow. He knows to shut the fuck up around this guy unless spoken to. Seems like this guy's a respectable fella. He's a smart fella, not a fart smeller.
Mamamori once ruled over the clandestine parts of Amagane. But that has changed, especially with the disappearance of Teichi. And everyone kind of gets quiet and nods along. The Akuma are bold if they believe that they can walk into establishments under our protection. While we charge for our protection, we honor our agreements.
And he says, "Well, consider this a favor, consider this a free favor. I only wished to do my duty and protect the young man."
And your friends, samurai as well.
He doesn't know. He honestly, this has never come up in conversation, so he probably just nods.
But does
He'll-
point to Shion and says, but not him. Ronin.
And he'd probably. I don't think that Ronin would be used as a derogatory in this room.
It's not being used, it's just being stated as a matter of fact that he is a Ronin.
He'll look at you guys expectantly, like, are you guys samurai? Are you guys Ronin? You seem the part?
I'll give him a bow. Yoma Nagashita.
I've worked with the Lily clan before. They understand the necessity of our profession.
Indeed we do. And I'm sure you understand the blessing of a gift ungiven. He'll hold up the sword, the wrapped sword. I think I have a way to bring you more critical eyes on the Akuma. Would you like the magistrate to be sniffing about their businesses while trying to root out the various evils? A simple sword, well, not quite simple, a well-made sword fit for a samurai, planted at a thief's domicile or hideout, and a quick alert to the magistrates who are already looking for a sword thief would bring their eye exactly where you want them.
You have friends amongst the shogunate. Powerful people. Especially in recent days, the shogun and his eyes have been most discerning. Anything that weakens the Akuma is a good thing for us. The shogun understands as well that he will never be able to rid the empire of their darker tastes, and that honorable men must protect the people from themselves. I accept your offer, stranger. And what of you, young woman?
Hello, my name's Satori Izumi. I'm a monk. I'm just a monk. Nobody special. Just a monk.
I totally didn't get your fucking Oni in trouble.
Nope, it's just hi. Hi.
The thousand fortunes were kind to bring you all here. I assume that you will not be doing these works purely out of the goodness of your hearts.
Hiroki
great
will
question.
say, Hiroki will say, well, I would be willing to, however, I cannot speak for my compatriots.
Uh,
Could I
I
count that
don't.
as an act of charity to lower strife by not taking payment for working for very bad people?
No.
How
Oh
about when I
shit!
looted those bodies and left them on and left their money on the counter because it was rude?
You're really fishing.
He's trying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She's trying.
I don't know how to lower strife, so I'm just gonna be stuck with it. Um,
It does
You
go down to
do.
half at the start of a session, or whenever you guys get
Okay.
a good sleepy time.
okay.
To get
So
rid of
I'll.
strife, you have to. You can also go with your. You do your. What's it
Passion.
called? Passion. Yeah.
Which is what I was trying to do.
What's my
Mirror's
passion?
fishing?
Was it trying to
Mm-hmm.
It's enlightenment,
find
I
people
think.
to make out with?
No. That was one of your flaws, is that you're an irrepressible flirt.
That's right. I'm gonna flirt with this old man.
He ain't that good looking. I'm gonna say that right up front. He's looking a little
Oh my
crusty.
God, he's
But he's-
old.
But he's powerful.
No,
that's
it's
a,
fine.
He
that's a
is
type of
powerful.
attraction.
He's
That is
incredibly
pretty
powerful,
attractive.
but he is looking a
But
little
Izumi doesn't
crusty.
care. Yeah, Izumi doesn't care about any of that and will not flirt with this old man. It just sounded funny in the moment. And she'll just be like, I don't care about money. Like, I care about money insofar as I would like to eat. However, a good deed can also equal a good meal. So I don't need any payment.
Is there nothing that you could want? I do not like having unpaid favors. It is my job to have unpaid favors in my interest.
Who is this
Being in-
family?
The
sorry.
Momori? The Momori are an old Yakuza family that have basically run this town for a very long time.
Hiroki is actually going to
And
say 6 koku.
6 koku, you ask for a lot.
And he says 6 koku is enough to get, and then he looks over at Ima
Ima.
to get Ima out of trouble.
Ima is under our protection. The Akuma have no sway over that debt.
Kind of nods, then says, well, the only reward that I need is the enforcement of that debt, then.
I believe there is someone who might be able to help us. Or help you, at least. Then after a moment, like, he whispers to one of his aides who bows and leaves. Are you certain there's nothing that I can offer you? If you are going to be helping me in destroying my rivals and securing a bright future for my family, nodding towards his son.
well, I kind of.
I mean, you can negotiate for yourself. I'm not. I'm only
Yeah,
negotiating for myself.
yeah. I just don't want to step on any toes. Listen, I'm only running around because someone attempted to murder my abbot at my monastery, and I pulled a patch off of them, and I showed it to the shogun, and we had somebody with
Oh,
us for a
everyone kind
while
of
that
gets
was-
interested when you're like, you spoke to the Shogun?
Yes, he was very nice. And then I super duper guy, and the emperor is very delightful as well. Not a good person. And yeah, it's this, and I'm gonna pull the patch out of the family that I've ripped off, and like, I need these people to stop trying to kill my abbot, because if they kill my abbot, then I have to deal with the monastery, and I don't want to. I would rather my abbot stay very, very healthy and live a very, very long life. He's got at least 30 more years before I gotta touch that monastery.
Oh
And
god,
it would
no,
be
he
cool.
does not.
Well, listen, I am optimistic, okay?
That dude's at least in his 80s. He's King
okay,
Boomy.
I'd like to know why they did it. Why, like, we're a monastery. We like and care about everybody, and that's weird. And you seem to be very well connected, and it would help me figure out what's going on. And then I can also talk to the shogun again and the emperor about why that family has decided to make some poor choices.
By the
Could
way, you
let
also
me-
have that, curse on your back.
Oh shit! I'm not worried about that. Keep the abbot alive. Keep the abbot alive. The curse
The
is
emperor
fine.
will know what to do. As long as I keep pretending as long as I keep pretending he's not going to die.
Ever. He's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think he is a Bodhisattva.
Mhm.
You return to the abbey, and the abbot has died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
God, that'd be
No,
awful.
no.
Oh.
In classic King Boomy fashion, he died doing some fucking stupid minecart challenge.
I love that. I like that a whole lot more. Oh, and like side note, I'm cursed with a thing. It's not a big deal. I feel like that's very secondary to the abbot.
Everyone's like, "Whoa!" kind of deal. Is they're like cursed?
It's fine. It's not a big deal. Do you want to see it? It's crazy. I wonder if it's gotten bigger. And I'm gonna like pull my shirt up a little bit and be like, is it bigger? Is it bigger now?
It's not bigger,
what
but
is
it has started moving up your back.
Oh.
And
it's
the
moving.
the thing that you were warned is if it ever gets to your neck, it will bite you and kill you.
Yeah, I probably plenty of time, but it's just that
And none of you have seen this before, I don't think. This is most tattoos you can tell they're fake, but this looks like a perfect recreation of a cobra that is starting to wind up Izumi's back.
does it
Yeah.
move ever so slightly?
If you stare very intently, it does move. As
But
if
don't
it
do that. That would be
breathes.
Oh,
improprietous.
well,
Yeah, don't move your
live your best
snakes.
life. Believe me, none of you people are my type, so it's fine.
Your flaw says we all your type.
It depends. Depends.
Also, remember, Hiroki is a 6 foot tall man in feudal Japan.
Oh yeah,
Who
Hiroki
is
might be my type.
stacked. He is stacked
Her-
and conventionally handsome. Like,
Hiroki
I
might be
love
my
the
type.
idea that he is the himbo of the
Hiroki,
show.
tall drink of water.
Yeah.
How much do you? How can we date?
Oh, you're not Hiroki's type. It's okay. He doesn't really have
We-
a type.
We'll
He's-
figure it out. I'll
I
wear you
consider
down.
him
That's how
somewhere
I.
on the ace spectrum.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
His only love is food.
That's true. And jokes. Jokes.
He does love his cheeseburgers.
Well,
I'll see
actually,
if
no,
he's
he
weird
does have
and
a
tell you jokes.
platonic ideal of wanting a wife. He just has no idea what that looks like because
Right.
he's basically
Oh.
still a kid.
Oh no, I don't want to get married.
Yeah, no, that's then you're definitely not Hiroki's type.
Damn it.
Most monks are supposed to be celibate.
Uh-huh.
But
No.
anyway, seeing this is like, the woman I spoke of may be able to help with that as well. And as if on cue, this one servant comes back, and a woman comes through, very clearly not Ame Cohen. She is probably... She's not as tall as Hiroki, but she's almost there. She's stacked in
That's
other
my type.
ways.
I mean, hey girl,
And
what are
she's
you
wearing
doing?
a beautiful flowing white dress that is like perfectly tailored to her body. She is snow white skin with beautifully long pale blonde skin and these sharp piercing blue eyes and a crown made of icicles around her head.
Oh, and Hiroki is going to very deeply and respectfully bow, and then he is going to smile and say, "Hello, madam. I'm Okuhashi Hiroki."
Everyone hears Okuhashi and they're like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Hiroki's just kind of letting the button fly at this point because he just assumes that a magistrate knows that he's alive. No one's told him the real situation yet, So he's just rolling with the idea that, yeah, it's an open secret. I might as well just tell people who'd be useful to me about it.
And this woman smiles at that, and she like walks over to you and like offers you her hand, which is in this like pretty flowing white lace like glove with like
Yeah.
rings on every finger that thrum with magic to them.
And I think Hiroki has no idea what to do because I don't think that that's like a tradition in Japan.
Nope.
And he is not a worldly man at all. He grew up in a small town. He grew up in a samurai mansion. Like, so no, he like looks at her hand for a moment and smiles and like gently touches it for a moment and then pulls his hand back. And he's does it vaguely confidently.
You do that, and she like takes her hand back with this like like almost like she's laughing because like a little kid did something. She like daintily puts the hand to her chest, which boob window, of course.
Of course, why not?
And she's like, "You are all so quaint. My name is Dalitya Shaltoshka." I'll write that out for you.
Oh, I'm excited now. Everyone else was like stacked. I'm like Russian hot chick.
Dalitya Shaltoshka.
I am going to what is this? What is this? What's my narrative?
She is broken.
Let's see here. I find it difficult to pass up the chance to flirt with people you find attractive. I'm just gonna be like clumsy about this because my shit's also clumsy. I'm gonna bow, but like you can see I'm just fucking cheesing is a problem.
Oh yeah, because
Hi.
I'm not into chicks, but I'm just gonna say, "Mommy."
I mean, let's fucking go. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Satori Izumi. I'm from the Butterfly Clan. How are you? Hi."
It is good to meet you, Madame Izumi of the Butterfly Clan. As I said, I am Dalitya Shaltoshka, Ice Witch of the Crown.
Oh shit.
Have you become an ice witch? That sounds exciting.
It is a lifelong process.
Is it harder to do than a monk?
We are tied through magic to the Queen of Revnaya, our beautiful, imminent Ice Queen.
Hiroki is a superstitious man, so the second he hears magic, he only the slightest twitch of an eyebrow, but like if someone was looking for it, they would notice it because he instantly got a lot more afraid of this lady.
And Nagashita got a lot more interested in this lady.
I mean, let's fucking fight about it. That's the thing.
None of you probably know too much about Revnaya, but you do know that they are ruled over by an ice queen who has a court of ice witches beneath her, who are like the only other people with any real power in Revnaya are called the Boyars, and are essentially people who rule over districts called oblasts. And it's a police state. The army is in charge of everything, and people are routinely encouraged. You can better your standing and get more food during the winter by turning in your neighbors if they said something mean about the queen.
Gross. So why are you here, by chance? If that's not too intrusive of a question, I'm sorry. I'm just curious.
As much as your shogun would like for people like me to not be here, the world is a bigger place than your islands, and the queen wants to know what is happening beyond the seas. I report directly back to my ice queen.
That's awesome. I don't see why the world shouldn't be open to everybody to go wherever they would like to go. I was just curious because you seem kind of far from home. That's all.
Oh, she smiles at you and like leans in and like gently cups your cheek with one of her hands. It's cold to the touch.
I like it. Go on.
And then like she does that for a second and then like does the little like pat 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 on the cheek and is like
Mm-hmm.
so quaint.
Oh,
What was this you were saying about the dark magics?
it's nothing. It's just a curse. It's fine.
A curse. I know very little of how magic is performed in your lands. Would you show me?
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah. Lift my shirt up and be like, I got a thing. It's growing. It's gonna bite me. It's gonna kill me. It's like a thing. It's like a thing. It's right
And the
there.
rest of you, because obviously your back is turned, you see
Yeah.
as she reaches her hand out towards her, she's whispering very quietly, and it's like the air around her mouth gets cold, that you can see her breath, and all of the gemstones on the rings on her hand glow as she gently puts her hand to your back, Azumi, and it is frigid. You know when something is so cold that it almost burns to the touch?
Yes. Yes.
And
I
she
will fucking I will she will absolutely like you know like, try to keep her shit together, but it's like
and she traces along the serpent and then like pulls her hand back, and you can see that for a moment there's this like shadow that is trying to pull out with it before it goes back into Azumi's back. And she gives her a little look at that. It's like, the magic that binds it to your person is stronger than I would have thought.
what if we just what do I do? What do I do?
And she kind of looks over at the old man who nods. She's like, I will look into this.
Okay. Thank you for trying. It's too bad it didn't work.
Did not work right now. But I know that no hedge wizard of this land could potentially have magic stronger than the Ice Court.
Man, honestly, I really like your enthusiasm. I think this is going to be great. You'll probably get it. Probably. Do you think that you could get it before I die, though? That'd be cool.
I sure hope so. It would be waste to see beautiful flower wilt and die in winter.
I love you. What are you doing later? No, I'm just kidding. I don't say any of that.
That's your flaw. Of course you say it.
I would fucking say it. I did fucking say it.
And again, there's that whole like daintily puts a hand to her like perfect collarbone and chuckles. And just like lets it drop. That's how she lets you down, is just doesn't even respond to it.
I think Hiroki, not picking up on the social circumstances going on, is going to go, oh, no, it would be excellent, actually. To thank you for potentially helping, we could all pitch in to get you dinner.
You're all such interesting people.
It's just like the samurai who's supposed to be rich is just like, yeah, we could all pool our money together and get a group pizza. Like,
And then she's like, oh, country bumpkins, how quaint.
yeah.
I mean, you do technically hold all the wealth of the grass clan.
A
in your
glass
hands.
clan is a bit more
I'm not
accurate.
selling my sword.
No. The joke was you're all that's left, so really all the money you have is all the money of the grass clan.
That's true.
By the way, everyone else in the room is fucking terrified of this woman except for the old man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I'm not scared.
They
I'm excited.
They heard the word witch and were just like, Also, foreigner. But she exchanged some whispered words with the old man before turning as her, like, voluminous dress just turns with her, and she just saunters out, and goddamn is this woman stacked. You love to, you hate to see her go, but you love to watch her leave. Kind of deal. I love Amy's expression. Ah, perfect.
My anaconda don't want none of
Oh, she got buns, hun.
You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please
Just don't lose that butt.
Oh my god.
Ah. Yes, the old man, Mamori, says, She is a strange woman from a strange land. I apologize if she said anything untoward.
He's just like, she's fine. She's fine. Fine.
You, Nagashita, of the Yoma. There was a fence within the Akuma territory named Akuma Keiichi. I will provide for you his address. Leave the sword on his property, and I will see to it that the Seiki Saigumi or the Magisterial Commission are informed of this stolen object.
Thank you. That would be a great help. And as you don't like unpaid favors, well, I am not a fool. I know exactly how helpful having access to the Memori Information Network would be.
In exchange for this, you will have whatever you need while you remain here.
Thank you.
And he just dips his head super low to all you guys. Like, you're like, damn, old man has still got a pretty good back if he can do that.
I'll bow back.
Go. There is much to discuss. If you wish to speak to me or to the witch Shatoshka, you may return.
She free like all the time?
If she is not, you will be informed.
Okay.
Someone really likes Darida.
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
So,
You guys are motions that you are all free to go.
Hiroki don't really got nowhere to go.
Oh, well, we could go back to the where the dog is.
Yes, please.
I
made a
probably,
terrible mistake.
I'm
Which
probably
is-
gonna.
Which is closer, the Sleepy Shiba or the address
Shut
of
your
the
whore
fence?
I'm actually gonna go to Emo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we can't go back. No, I'm just kidding.
We can't go back.
I'm gonna, probably ask, kind of like, as he's talking to his friend, like, be like, could I have a moment, please?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they both like dip their heads to one another. You catch
And,
that they were holding hands.
Aww. And Hiroki thinks it's sweet. But yeah, he's gonna pull him aside and say, apologies for interrupting your friendship. But like Hiroki's so fucking awkward.
Yeah, and Eva's
Um,
just like fucking face goes red as you're just talking like, shut up.
Yeah. He's
Not
gonna
my
be like,
friend.
yeah, he's gonna be like, I know what the other two members are going to say, because they've said it once before. Whatever your decision is, I stand behind you. But if we go to the Sleepy Shiba, I believe that your uncle, will be there. There are people who will help me there as well, though, and they could help you. 2 very good people that I've talked to. Good like Shion is good.
He'll keep looking for me regardless. It'd be better to be there with people who I know will stop him from trying to drag me back off to that godforsaken place.
And he probably says, if there needs to be battle, though I wish blades not kiss. And he kind of like looks at his sword and says, you've my blade.
And Ima does something which was probably very improprietous, which is reaches out
Mhm.
and like grabs at your sword and says, "You will not hurt anyone else for my sake, unless they draw first."
And
It's-
and Hiroki kind of pauses.
And this
He
is
kind of lets.
fully
Go ahead.
knowing that you are technically a daimyo,
Oh yeah, no.
steps way out of line to do
Oh
this.
yeah. Has Hiroki ever seemed like the person who would care?
Oh no, but
He-
I'm just saying that this is the equivalent
No,
of
yeah.
like going, "Shut up, Biden. I'll do what I want."
Yeah, and he kind of pauses for a moment, and then he
That's
bows very
snarky.
deeply and respectfully, and he says, just as you have my blade, you also have my discretion.
Yeah, and he relaxes at that. Sorry, I'm looking for my scissors. To cut you.
No!
Yes, Izumi. Sorry.
No, you're part of, I didn't want to cut you guys off, and then my dog fucking ran down the stairs and threw herself off, which was really funny but very loud. Azumi wants to like sneak in, like hearing the conversation and just be like, I have a suggestion. I don't know if it's a good one, but I have a suggestion.
I'll
And I-
just have a
Hiroki resists the urge to make a comment about somebody eavesdropping again.
Oh,
Cool.
but you know that
I
the
mean,
voice in
honestly-
your ear does make that comment.
That's fair. Honestly, at this point, I'm just the eavesdropper. Fuck it. So what if I go first? What if I go and you guys stay here, and I'll just like go and talk to Masahiro? I mean, I've known him for a really long time. So what if he just needs to be made aware of the actual situation, and then is informed that if he chooses to do something that is not what Emo wants, then I will deal with my friend of 20 years, and he will not be able to. What if I'm just gonna go? What if I just go talk to him? Yeah, I just go talk to him, and I'll just like let you know.
He does know the situation.
Not
I
all
know,
of it.
but like,
Also, did you mean for when you said 2 people? Did you mean Yoma and Saito, or did you mean Fukuro and Suguru?
Fukuro and Suguru.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I'd consider them
Great.
friends already.
Yeah.
Hiroki makes friends quickly, and he's usually pretty good at picking the ones that are not shit people.
are we
Yeah.
friends?
I'd consider us friends, just that we're in a weird spot because of the situation that
I
is
mean,
currently happening.
you did sprint through a bush, kick in through
That's
a window, and murder a man with your bare hands.
That's
for this
true.
Man.
You know what? That's true. I respect that. I think that we had a rough moment there because Hiroki was very scared that you were going to take Ima away to a fate he didn't want, and Hiroki's like, "No, must protect. That is all I've ever been born to do." Is like Hiroki is
fair.
the embodiment of a Yojimbo, like literally to the point where it's internalized and he can't let go of it. Like,
Yeah, anytime Hiroki does anything that remotely has his hand going near the sword, we hear that like click, 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 click. Yo!
yeah, yes. It's I heard someone say that's the Japanese bra sound effect, and it's never left my head.
Perfect. But Ima will actually,
You want me-
nod and agree with you, Izumi.
Yeah, and I'll if things get real hairy, then I'll just send word to that things got hairy, and to not go. feed Boba at the sleepy
I
Shiba.
love how you think more about Boba than you do either of the actual people that live there.
I
You're
know.
actually probably going to say, "Oh, please give my thanks and apologies for whatever fallout happened." To what are the names of the owners again?
Saito, Bertel, and Yomasuchi.
Saito and Yoma. Please give my apologies to them, and especially give my apologies to Boba, as I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to see him again. But he is the wisest of anyone I've ever met.
Right?
True.
Right? I just want to take him with us on all of our travels. Maybe he wants to become a monk. I'll ask him. Okay.
Yeah, well, you guys get ready to head back. We will do your sneaky shit at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're actually getting close to time, and I have an ending scene that needs to be done to explain some things. So we're going to cut away from there. I'm sorry there wasn't too much for Mazahira, but that was all Mazahira's fault because he wanted to be male wife.
Fuck you, Daniel.
Yeah, I know.
I tried to get back in time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, there was a lot that needed to be done this episode.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
We're actually going to cut away to the Imperial Palace as we see two familiar people bickering amongst themselves as they climb up the many, many stairs. One in his gaudy, over-the-top yellow and blue attire, and the other in his forgeman's attire. And as they reach the top, they are greeted by a man with a veil and a prayer seal covering his face, and clicking his overly long fingernails together in this eerie puppet-like fashion. It's like, ah, you came, dearest samurai friends. Twisting his head at an odd angle, holding out a hand and motioning with one finger to follow him. Akimasa narrowing his eyes at that with this look that's like, I don't trust this fuck as far as I can throw him. And Yoari looking like, he looks so evil, he must be powerful.
That is exactly what Garza would say.
Yeah.
And they get led down many winding halls to an elevator, of all things. It's made of wood. You can see the mechanisms of pulleys that slowly lower it down until down and down and down into the depths of the artificial mountain that the palace is built into. As all of a sudden this man's head twists and looks their way, he's like, Yowari Kochiki, you're a interesting person. Everyone else looks at me and says, ooh, how frightening. He's like a puppet on a string. It's the other way around, but I don't like to correct fools. What do you think of samurai? No. Let me correct myself. Not samurai. Bushi. Anyways, like, they are fine warriors. They are the best that our empire can offer. To which you get a... Isn't that an answer that I was expecting? You're such a predictable man, Yoari. That's why I know you'll love what I have planned. And you, his proud brother Akimasa. Every great warrior needs a great weapon? A sword, perhaps? And I know that you've been spending all of these years stealing secrets from the clans in order to figure out the best way to make them. Don't deny it. I'll have you killed if you do. And Akimasa just blanches at that. It is as you said. I can't deny it. Oh, I love when I have two little piggies who can't say no. Follow me? And he almost skips down this hallway with his arms moving a bit too gangly to other side as both of these brothers look at each other like, oh, fuck, what have we done? This was a bad idea, but he has blackmail on us. And they come into a room It's dark until the man swings his hand and a bunch of torches burst to life with a bright blue flame. And at the center of this room looks to be a large puppet with its strings cut, sitting in the center of the room, slack. This is the culmination of generations of our magics. And he twists his fingers around in ungainly ways. We can hear the popping in all of the joints as these purple he's not a Minecraft character. These purple strings shoot out from his fingers and connect themselves into this tall, armored figure with its own Kabuto helmet on and its face covered by a seal, much like him, as it jerks and staggers up to a stand and draws this sword that it puts Hiroki's sword to shame in its size. And it staggers in his ungainly stand and makes a warrior salute and just says, "For the Shogun." And then the man twists his head and stares at these two. He's like, "I want to make more playthings, and you'll help me. You'll help me. You'll help me." And we end it there.
I think they'll help him.
They might.
I don't think they got a choice.
I was gonna say taking away player agency because the players aren't here anymore.
Yeah, they
Fuck 'em.
died.
Fuck them. And we're actually going to go to the person who had the least screen time because I hate them. Daniel.
Yeah.
Ow.
Hi, it's me. You caught me here. You can catch me a couple days a week. Bye. Okay, I'm out. No.
Uh-huh.
What up? It's your boy Sassy McNasty playing Masahiro, who just he makes all the wrong decisions in the name of all that is good, and it goes to show you that being evil is the best.
Indeed.
It's like I should say and help. I should be honest. I should just be friendly. And the one time he's like, I'm gonna be aggressive. I want this information. Everyone's like, oh, you're so mean just because they're a foreigner. And it's like, what?
Yeah, kinda.
That wasn't the reason at all. you asshole. But yeah, you can also catch me every other Friday in Yakshas. There's Sin with his wonderful companion Set and the Mech Legion. Oh boy, we're going to a derby. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fight in the derby. I don't know how well, like, I can control other people. I'm not really strong for the punching, but you can also catch me on Wednesdays as Gideon Sunborn, the strength-based ranger who just goes up and hits things and gave a little bit of his hair for some weird-ass voodoo shit. We'll see how that goes. And then you can catch me on Thursdays in Cyberpunk in New Amsterdam, where I'm making promises I'm going to struggle to uphold, and I need to talk to Mira about some things. Oh dear.
You do it though. Why did you make that promise?
It's such a bad promise to make, but I love it.
We both made really dumb timelines that we have to stick to now.
It was a promise in the heat of the moment, and I only half regret it because Artis needs to fall. But yeah, and that is me.
All right. Now we're going to move on to Mira.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Miro Snow's Mirror Shades GM. Today, you caught me playing Hiroki the Himbo Samurai, who has a real weird sort of almost psychologically hypnotic sort of way that he fights, in which he just dissociates and kind of lives in that moment. And then he realized what he did and how terrible everything he did was on a level of excessive violence, and he threw up. So yeah, you can also catch me on Saturdays, not tomorrow, with After the Bomb, where I play as Adam McCarthy, much to the chagrin of his own last name. You can catch me on Sundays, not this Sunday, playing Gloomfall, playing Madame Yinvrath, who is my second craziest character. On Mondays, you can catch me as the Showbot who Sobod, Clay Nasaravi, Ravi Kala. And you can also catch me on Tuesdays, where I play my first craziest character, whose name is Diolthus, Duchess of the Plains of Carceri. And then, of course, I run my game on Thursday, where it is New Amsterdam, where I pee-pee and I poo-poo all over the place. And that's me.
Can I go back to the name Ravi Kala, and why does that just sound like you just pulled it out of The Sims? Ravi
Oh, no.
Kala?
Yeah, right? No.
Walter Cromwell.
Ghibli Conleroy.
Ghibli Conroy.
God, Walter Conleroy.
Oh,
You still need to make a Sim version of Walter You know what? Fuck it.
Walter
Today,
Cronkite.
I have Sims 3. I'm going to make a Sims Walter Cronkite and then snip it, and then you're going to paint it. And we're going to get a new poster.
We're gonna get Walter Cromwell.
We're going to get Walter Conleroy.
You want me to make you a poster?
Can you please make us a Walter Conleroy?
I will.
Thank
I
Walter
will make you that.
Cromwell for SNN, Sims News
Yeah.
Network.
Perfect. But yeah, that's me.
I don't know if he was on CNN. I don't remember.
60 minutes. Yeah.
You can also catch us as we move along to Computer King.
Hey, I'm Computer King, Supervillain Streaming, and I was Nagashita, and yes, I invited who's probably the most honest of us out to do some nefarious things, and of course he said no. But he can't say, "Oh, you went out and did this without telling anybody," and I'm mad at you later on.
He still might. Who knows?
He still might, but I'm not say I told you.
I told you so, bro.
Also, it's very helpful to get a mafia boss to help you frame another mafia boss.
And have a literal witch helping you if you want.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Nifty magics. Ice cold magic.
Stay cool.
Hell
Right
yeah.
there, Izumi. Right there on your spine. Oh,
Stop
I hate the cold. So even
not a
imagining it
fan.
is pain for me. So on
Not a
every other Friday, I'm in Yakshas as John Zulu, who has some monkey DNA, has a robot arm that he uses as like a monkey tail, and has a big monkey mech. Okay, he might have two big monkey. Well, he had one huge monkey mech. He might have one smaller monkey mech because he's working on a Diddy Kong.
I love that. I didn't realize that's what you were doing. Holy shit, I'm hyped. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I hate that this campaign's over. Quit.
And the best thing is, it's a goblin, so it's made to hang off of another mech.
And then you can just like Black Thumb Rodeo onto it.
Yeah, I could just walk out there as Kong, and if I need to, just climb out into the little mech and do my own thing. That would have been a lot safer for those scientists on that island, because I wouldn't have felt as exposed as I did, and I wouldn't have called down fire.
Call down the thunder.
Okay, so on Mondays I'm in Shardverse 90210, whatever number it is,
Why have we not done that yet?
Right?
as Lollipop, who's a brain-headed alien. Okay, that means his head is a brain, big brain, on a spindly body, and he's sort of a cleric to a machine god, or a threefold machine god. It's weird. You'd have to look it up. And on Thursdays, I'm in New Amsterdam as well as Paindexter, who just wants to live fast, die young, and leave a shiny chrome corpse. That's all I got going.
And last, and by no means least, we have Amy.
Hello. I'm Amy Gedden, and I played Izumi, who is a mess. Just a mess. That's my favorite, so it's okay. Every other Tuesday, I run Nobility and Notoriety, which is fun. It's not next week, it'll be the week after. And then in Wednesday, I'm trying to get a harem in Over the Horizon. And in Thursday, I'm going to talk to my wife about getting a harem in Cyberpunk. And that's me. That's everything I'm in right now.
Horny on Main. We love to see it.
I mean, it's so much fun. And
That
it
brings
makes good storylines.
That brings it back to me. Hi ho, friendolos. My name is Rowan, otherwise known as Nightheart. Caught me here today running the Immortal War back by unpopular demand. Damn, it was a good
My
episode.
line.
We had fucking superhero shit with fucking Hiroki just murdering people, Samurai Champloo style. He didn't even burn down the Saki Den.
True.
So he's doing better than them. Every other Friday you can catch me here where I run yakshas, and it's a whole lot of fun. That's probably a place where they would intentionally burn down the Saki Den when they were done. As long as they made sure that women and children were inside at first, because you guys are pretty fucking assholes in that game. I'm just gonna put it out there. Someone was like, I need to find out who bought the fetish gear. Oh, I'm gonna get the information from the store owner, and then I'm gonna trick the cops into shooting him so that he won't talk. You can also catch me here. Yeah, fucking Amy's expression is like, boy, I'm glad I didn't join this game.
I mean, honestly, I was kind of thinking about it because Computer King said Diddy Kong, and that was like fucking cool. And now I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, it's
what's the trade-off?
it's pretty grimdark. I think it sometimes it beats Thursdays. Sometimes.
Oh, shit.
You can also catch me here on Mondays in Fire Strike Shard vs. Ocean 11, where I play two characters who are in a big mech with magic and they kill bugs, which is the thing you should do. And on Wednesdays you can find me playing Sanel, who is the snake, who's just fucking fed up with this shit. He's gonna kill Flanagan one of these days, who is not the leader, by the way. Flanagan is not the leader. He is not even close. He's not even our mascot.
He's not the fucking leader.
And then on Thursdays I play Cachette, who I still need to talk to Mira about the fact that I had enough money to do some fucking stupid shit. I mean, a car costs like 16 quintillion E-bucks, V-bucks in Cyberpunk 2020. An ACPA of 40 strength costs 60,000. I was waiting for it. And that is it for me. So from all of us here at Paradise Theater, let's get an R.I.P. Yakuza and get out of here.
R.I.P.
Yakuza!